Hi, this is Stefanie. Welcome to my video, how to get rid of stress quickly. I want to do some breathing techniques with you and some yoga poses, and it would be good to have a bolster at hand, something like this. Or if you don't have a yoga bolster, then just take some cushions so you have some support in the yoga poses. If you have a bolster or cushions, then you can place them under your butt so you can sit up straight for a few minutes. You can cross your legs or sit in a comfortable position and put your hands on your legs. If you want to, you can close your eyes and just breathe naturally. And watch your breath. Now let your breath become deeper and put your hands on the right and left side of your belly button, on the lower belly. If you want to, you can close your eyes again. And you deepen the breath and breathe into your hands. When you breathe in, your hands move forward. When you breathe out, they move back. No effort here, just let it flow naturally. And now you move your hands up a little bit to the upper belly, and then you let your breath flow into your hands again. You can touch your ribs here, the lower ribs. And when you breathe in, your rib cage expands. When you breathe out, the rib cage goes back. No pressing or pushing of your breath here, just a natural and easy flow. Next, you put your hands up to the upper lungs and you breathe into the hands again. When you breathe in, you might feel your clavicles lifting up. And when you breathe out, they're going back down again. Also here, a very easy and natural flow of breath. No effort. And now you combine the 3 levels of breathing, and you put one hand on the lower belly and one hand on the upper belly, and you combine the breath. So you breathe in fully and you breathe out fully. Both hands move forward when you breathe in, and both hands go back again when you breathe out. And this is actually our most natural form of breath. If you have ever watched a baby breathe then you will see that this is exactly the way a baby breathes. And the older we get, the more we forget to breathe in this natural way. And this is a very relaxing way of breathing. Okay, put your hands back to your legs again and just watch your breath one more time. Just let it flow in and out naturally. And see if you can notice any changes compared to your first observation of the breath. Okay, the breath is a wonderful anchor to calm down when you feel stressed. If you had maybe a situation where you were angry or upset, you can connect to your breath right away. It's a tool which you have with you every time, everywhere you go, so it's easy to connect. You just have to train it maybe a little bit. Some people need 3 or 5 breaths, or some people need more, maybe 10 breaths. It doesn't matter. You just try it and see what works good for you. For most people, it's better to focus on the out breath when they're upset or stressed. But for some people, it's also the opposite. So just try what works for you. It's the most important thing is that you connect to the breath. Okay, we continue with some yoga poses, yin yoga poses. And the first one is butterfly pose. And for that you can put the soles of your feet together and the knees go out to the sides. If that is too much of a stretch for you on the insides of the legs or in the groins, then you can just put cushions underneath the knees. And if you have a bolster at hand, or you can take your cushions again, you can place them right here in front of you so you have a support when you go down now. You let your spine become round and sink into a forward fold here. You can also come to the floor, of course, if you want, or you can bring your head to your hands and relax into the pose. And now you watch your breath again. In this pose, you are in a forward fold. That means that the back sides of the lungs are more open than the front sides. And you can just observe if that makes a difference when you breathe. According to TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, we also focus on the meridians when we do these poses. And in this one, we focus on the liver and kidney meridians and also on the bladder meridian. If you feel your mind getting busy, then always come back to your breath. Slowly roll up again. If you want to, you can come to your back in a neutral pose to just watch the chi, the energy in your body. We're not holding these poses as long as we usually do in yin yoga, so it's not absolutely necessary, but if you want to, please go ahead. Next, come into Sphinx pose, and you can also use the bolster again or your cushions, and you lie over the bolster. So you can rest your arms here all easily, and you feel the touch of your bolster or your cushions against your rib cage. You can open your legs a little bit more, and you just rest your arms here as it feels comfortable to you. You can let your head drop if you want to have a stretch on the back of your cervical spine, or you can lift it up if you rather want to stretch the throat. Or you can also bend the arms and put your hands here underneath your chin, so you can let your head rest here, and you don't really need any muscular strength for the pose then. And now watch your breath again. Feel the touch of your bolster or your cushions. And breathe right into that. Now you are in a back bend. That means that the front sides of the lungs are more open than the back sides. And please watch again if that makes a difference for you when you breathe. Also here, no pushing or pressing of the breath, just a natural flow, very easy. Here you focus on the meridians of the stomach and spleen, and you also give a massage to the organs in the upper belly if you use a bolster or the cushions here. Okay, slowly come up again, and then you can come into a little side stretch. You can walk your hands to the left and stretch the upper body, the right side of the upper body. Also here, slow breathing. And then come to the other side, back in the middle. And your hands go to the right side, so you open up the left side of your upper body. Come back in the middle and remove your bolster or the cushions and lie down for a moment. You can wiggle to the sides a few times. And then come into child's pose. You push up again and bring your butt to your heels. You can put your arms next to your legs or put the hands underneath your forehead. And you rest here for a few more breaths. Slowly roll up again. And then you lie down on your back for a twisted position. Pull your knees to your chest, and from here you bring the knees to the left side of the floor. If you want to, you can use the bolster again, of course. You can put it between your legs or underneath the left leg. And put the arms to the sides or more up here to the head. If you want a little bit more stretch, you can take your left hand and put it on the outside of the right knee. For more stretch in the cervical spine, you look to the right. And if this is too much, you just leave your head in the middle or look to the left side. You can also play around with your knees a little bit. For most people, it gives them more stretch if in the lower spine if they pull the knees a little bit higher. And if they put them down a little bit more, then it gives them a little bit more stretch in the area of the hips. You can just always leave them in the middle. Just see what feels good to you, so you can totally relax into the twisting position here. Totally sink into the ground. Okay, switch sides, bring your knees back into the middle, pull them to your chest again, and wiggle again. And come to the other side. You bring your knees to the right side on the floor, and your arms go to the sides or a little bit more up to the head. You can play around with the height of your knees and also with the direction of your head. For more stretch, you look to the left side. And if you want less stretch in the cervical spine, you stay in the middle or look to the right side. For more twist, you can put your right hand on top of the left knee. And try to totally relax into the pose again. For most people, this is a very earthing and regenerating pose, and accessible to most people. And watch your breath again. Now you are in a twisted position. See what effect that has on your breath eventually. Maybe you don't even feel any difference at all, but that doesn't even matter, because the point is that you watch your breath, that you become mindful and become an observer of your breath. It's never about judging, just about watching. And here you focus on the meridians of the gallbladder and the bladder. And depending on how you have your arms, maybe also the lung and pericardium meridian here in the arm, and also the heart meridian. Okay, please come back into the middle again with your knees. Pull them close. And we finish with relaxing pose. That means you put your feet on the floor, you open them a little bit, and your knees go together. So your lower legs, they form a little triangle. And then you take your hands, put them in prayer pose, and you put your thumbs to your third eye chakra, either your third eye or your forehead chakra. You find that in the middle of the forehead and in between the eyebrows. When this is the point where it crosses, and then you just put your thumbs there. This is a very relaxing point for many people, and also an entrance point to meditation. Totally sink into the floor. And watch your breath one more time. Okay, slowly release your hands again. Pull your knees in tight. And come up to a sitting position once more. If you want to, you can just stay here and finish with a meditation, maybe a meditation in stillness. And I hope you have relaxed in this short sequence. If you want to have more inspiration for yin yoga sequences, please check out my books. My book, Be Healthy with Yin Yoga, will come out in 2019 in the English translation, or visit my website stefaniearend.com or yinyoga.de. And I am happy to see you again next time. Please subscribe to my channel or give me a like if you like these kinds of videos. And thank you for watching my video on how to reduce stress quickly. Namaste.